Now, shares in London-listed Petra Diamonds fell 5% on Tuesday as it was hit by labour disruptions at two of its mines in South Africa. The miner is currently negotiating a 3-year wage deal with one of the country's largest mine workers' unions. The stock has lost more than half its value since January after a series of clashes with the Tanzanian government over mining rights in the country. Diamonds worth $30 million have been seized by the government officials in the past week, accusing Petra of underdeclaring its mineral exports. Petra has warned that it will cut investment in Tanzania if it's unable to ship its stones to overseas markets. Now, for more on this, I'm joined by Daniel Ashby from Dar es Salaam. So, Daniel, thanks for joining us. What's the latest on this?
Well, the workers have returned to the mine and production is continuing, but the problem for Petra is that the government position effectively remains the same. They accuse Petra Diamonds of economic robbery, so much so that they went into the airport here in Dar es Salaam, seized that consignment of diamonds, as you say, and say that it is undervalued by more than $10 million. We now learn that those diamonds will be on their way to Belgium. They will be sold by the government and the government will get the money. Now, Petra Diamonds, of course, denies any sort of tax evasion. They say they are fully compliant with Tanzanian law. But then we get news today of labour disruption in their South African mines. The joint impact of that and what is going on in Tanzania, as you say, has been to hit their share value once again.
Well, Daniel, Petra has said they're going to be returning to full diamond production soon, but they're not in the clear yet. Tell us more about this.
Yes, exactly. I mean, there is a ferocious government reaction here in Tanzania. The government accuses mineral companies simply of stealing the country's wealth. They say that companies like Petra are either undervaluing their diamonds or simply not declaring how much they're exporting. And this is having an impact right across the sector. There is other companies like Petra who are now not exporting as much at all. They've had to lay off jobs, and Petra is very worried indeed, looking around and wondering if it too will have to look at redundancies or scale back its operations.
And what's the impact of all of this having on investment in Tanzania?
Well, as I say, there has been a reduction in one mine for Acacia, a gold exporting company. They've had to partially close that. They've looking at more than 1,000 job redundancies. But more broadly, there's been a nervousness amongst investors. They are looking at the speed of regulatory change, the way that laws are coming in, and they are holding back somewhat, looking what's going to happen next. The Chamber of Minerals and Energy, for example, say there could be widespread financial and social consequences. The government, though, is sticking to its guns. It believes that by changing the tax and regulatory structure in the long run, more companies will come in. And of course, the growth figures still remain impressive. Above 7%, Tanzania is still one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
Thank you so much, Daniel. That was Daniel Ashby there for us in Dar es Salaam.